Hello everyone, in this lecture we will learn about sets. So what is a set? A set is an unordered collection with no duplicate elements. It supports mathematical operations like union, intersection, difference and symmetric difference. We use curly braces or a set function to create a set. Let's see with one example. I'll create a new file here, Python file, sets, example. So again, it is very useful when we have to store elements not in a particular order and no duplicate values. So let's say employee ID. I'll create employee ID and store here few numbers, our ID. Let's print it. I'll print the type. Right click and run, and you can see here it is a set. One more thing you can see here, it's not in a particular order. See here 521 is first, 234, so it's unordered collection of unique elements. So if I specify this 234 again, or 521 234, so it will store this number only one time. So you can see here these numbers are repeating, these employee IDs are repeating, but it will not store it. So you can see here only one time. So first of all, it is not in a particular order and it is unique. If it is not in a particular order, it means you cannot index it. So let's try to index it. Employee ID, it's the first location. I want to print. Run it and you can get error. Set object does not support indexing because it's not in a particular order. So we cannot do indexing here. And if we cannot do indexing, of course we cannot do slicing. So I want from 1 to 4. So it's not possible. You can see here it's not possible. This object is not subscriptable. So let's see another way to create this set. We can use a function, employee ID. You can see here set function, and because it should be inside curly braces, so we must write curly braces here. Then let's store some names or employee names. Here we can store. Just print, and I'll print the type. This function will always help you to understand the type, so it's a best practice. Just print the type, and you can see here you can always get the type. One more thing here, let's test it. We can do, let's print it. I want to check whether this name in this particular set or not. So it's a membership operator. Yeah, this is there. You can see true or false. The two things are there. First of all, we can create a set like this with a function or constructor, and inside we must have a curly braces, then some names, and we can use in or not in to check whether that element exists or not. Now let's print this set with the help of for loop. For name in employee names, print name, and you can see here all the names. So we can use loop here to access all the elements. Okay, now let's take one example, and let's comment this part. Because this is an object of type set, if you press dot operator, we can access all the methods like add, pop, remove, copy. So if you see this add, pop, remove, it means this object is mutable. We can modify the existing elements. We can modify the set. So let's add a new element here. New name, just to see how it works. Now let's print. So you can see here a new name. So add function will help us to add a new element in the existing set. I'll comment this. We can call pop function. So pop function will remove the element, but then from where it will remove? Let's read the documentation of this pop. As I told you earlier, this is the best way. You have to if you are not able to understand how this function works, always call help. They have very nice documentation there. Remove and return an arbitrary set element. So it can remove any element because it's not in a particular order, so a random element will be removed. Raises key error if the set is empty. If there is no element, then it will raise an exception. Important point to understand here. Let's see here, remove. Now here we can remove a particular element. Let's remove this element and print it. Now you can see here. So remove will remove the element from the set, and you have to specify which element. Let's remove the element which is not present here. For example, it's not present. So what will happen? You can see here it will raise an exception, key error, because this element is not present. So you can see clear, it will remove all the elements from the set. So now set is empty. You can see here no element. So clear will clear all the elements, remove all the elements. We will explore more functions of set. This is very useful data structure because it can store unique elements, no duplicate values. And another advantage, these elements are not in a particular order. At the same time, it is mutable. We can add new elements, we can remove elements. Okay, so we'll continue in next lecture.